Well, hi, everybody. Welcome again to Cedarville University Lady Jacket Volleyball here on Stretch Internet. Again, coming to you this afternoon from the Callan Athletic Center on the campus of Cedarville. And the Lady Jackets again in GMAC play. They host the Kentucky Wesleyan College Panthers out of Owensboro, Kentucky. And another exciting match in store for you, coming off of a great night of volleyball here last night as the Lady Jackets defeated number one team in the GMAC, Trevecca Nazarene, in 3 sets to push their record now to 18-7 overall and 5-1 in the GMAC. The Panthers of Kentucky Wesleyan will come into today's match with a record of 10-12 and 4-4 in the GMAC. They defeated Ohio Valley last evening down in Vienna, West Virginia, winning that one in 3 sets. And so we expect a good battle. This will be the 12th meeting all time between these two squads. The Lady Jackets went down to Owensboro back on September 30th and defeated the Panthers in 3 sets, 25-13, 25-16, 25-23. Glad you can join us. I'm Jim Clark. We'll have the play-by-play, but before we get started, let's join public address announcer Darren Miller for the pregame announcements, the invocation, our national anthem, and the introduction of both teams.
With our invocation is today's honorary assistant coach, Mr.
about ready to go here this afternoon in the Callan Athletic Center. GMAC volleyball action will continue. Head coach of Cedarville, Doug Walters, in his 9th season, a record of 194 wins, 128 losses. Head coach of the Panthers in his 3rd year is Eric Hagan, his record at 35-44. A little bit different atmosphere than we had just a few hours ago last evening. A crowd of about 900 fans here watching the Lady Jackets take on Trevecca. Here, an early start time due to a soccer doubleheader as well, moving the game to 12 noon. So not quite as many Cedarville students showing up. We'll see what happens. But nonetheless, we expect an exciting match here this afternoon, and we look forward to bringing it to you here on Stretch Internet. I am joined by my wife and former head coach of Lady Jackets, and today's honorary assistant coach, Teresa Clark. And quickly, Teresa, what do we expect here today?
Well, Cedarville right now on paper has a better attack percentage and a better block average, but it's not like drastically different. Last night, Kentucky Wesleyan beat Ohio Valley in 3. Cedarville was able to beat Ohio Valley earlier in 3. Malone is probably the factor that glares at me. Both teams beat Malone, but it took 5 for Kentucky Wesleyan to get it done, and Cedarville was able to get it in 3. Kentucky Wesleyan has a freshman setter, and their best blocker is a freshman as well. So it'll be interesting to see 4 seniors against 2 freshmen in key positions.
We're ready to go here. Set number 1 will begin with senior setter Kristen Cardwell on the serving line. She'll send it across the net, passed up by Gober. Here comes the set. Right side attack will be blocked down by Shelton and Cricky off the attack of Gabriel Galois.
And Cedarville comes right out with their block, and they're ready and timing well. Let's see if they continue.
Another serve by Cardwell. Here comes a tough ball put over by libero Nicole Venema. There's an attack that'll be good by Rachel Cricky of Cedarville, 2-0 quickly here in set 1.
I think a factor for Kentucky Wesleyan today is going to be that they had to travel after playing Ohio Valley last night.
Lady Jackets in their dark blue jerseys, yellow numerals trimmed in white. Kentucky Wesleyan white jerseys with purple numerals. There's another block on the front line. Wilkerson and Cricky getting it done.
And Wilkerson and Cricky have put up a solid block, and Kentucky Wesleyan's got to adjust to it.
Cardwell on the serve, 3-0 Cedarville. Here is Galois again on the right side, and another big double block, Shelton and Cricky.
Galloway has a chance to do some damage. She's going to have to swing a little bit quicker.
Tough serve right there by Cardwell. The Panthers defense will send it across. Here's the free ball. Beautiful pass by Becker. Far outside set to Shelton, and it'll be a kill for the senior Abby Shelton.
I was able to watch warm-ups a little closer than normal, and from my view down on the court during warm-ups, Gabby was practicing that exact hit that you just saw.
Tough pass for setter Caitlin Gross to handle. And it's an illegal hit called by the officials. 6-0 Lady Jackets right off the bat. A great start. Set by Gross, put down. There's the dig by Pratt on the back line. Back set to Taylor Wilkerson. Her first attempt hits the floor in front of setter Caitlin Gross, and Coach Eric Hagan finding his team down 7-0 here in set number 1. Takes his first of 2 timeouts, and he'll take his setter Caitlin Gross to the sideline during the timeout.
Kentucky Wesleyan's defense has pulled back, expecting those deep hits that Cedarville's known for, but Cedarville has made the adjustment with their offense, and they're swinging just a little short, causing their defense to for the ball to drop right in front of the defense on Kentucky Wesleyan's side. So far that tool has worked very effectively, and let's see if the adjustments are being made. I see Kentucky's coach talking to some of the key players and giving them some options and some plays they can run. So let's see what happens when these 2 teams come out of timeout.
Down in Owensboro back on September 30th, we mentioned the Lady Jackets defeated the Panthers in 3, 25-13, 25-16. Set number 3 went to a 25-23 final. And you would think some of the effects of just traveling from West Virginia here to Cedarville might be showing up a little bit here in the early going. Nonetheless, it's a serve by Cardwell. Give her the ace as she sends it off to the deflection of Nicole Venema. It's 8-0 Cedarville.
Cedarville is yet to rotate. We're still in the first starting rotation for both sides.
Cardwell, an 89% server on the season. There's a wide open spot. Give the first point off the kill from Elizabeth Gober for the Panthers. Libero Nicole Venema will serve it, and she'll get the ace. 8-2 Cedarville.
Kentucky Wesleyan going for that deep ball right at Chrissy Pratt. She could not get out of the way.
Venema second on the team with 18 aces. There's a tough play at the net off the pass. Headed to Cardwell. Can't keep it in play. And 3 straight points by the Panthers.
And that's exactly what the Panthers wanted to do, calling that timeout. Change the momentum. It has.
Another tough serve. Pratt handles it. Cardwell jump set out of the middle. It's Abby Shelton, but a double hit, illegal set by Cardwell. 4 straight points by Kentucky Wesleyan. Venema, a 93% server, and that one just drifts off the back line in that far corner out of bounds, giving the point back to Cedarville. Senior Abby Shelton serving, 31 aces, second on the team to Chrissy Pratt. Here's a left side attack. It's finally saved by the Panthers, and some scrappy volleyball going on by both sides, and it'll be a point for Cedarville.
And you were able to see what we call in volleyball a pancake, where the ball is going, you can't get to it by moving your feet. You stretch out and put your hand on the floor and hope the ball comes off your hand, and it was successful for Cedarville.
Left side attack put across by Gober, passed up by Cedarville, and that ball in the net. Kristen Cardwell called for the violation, 10-5 Lady Jackets. Panthers will send in 2 substitutions, setter Kylie Foster, and on the front line, sophomore Mallory Saker checking in. And Foster will serve for Kentucky Wesleyan and take over setting duties. Jump set by Cardwell. There's the attack by Cricky, passed up by the Panthers. Foster, back set, and a nice left-handed shot by Saker from the right side for the point.
Saker did a nice job of turning her shoulders in the air, getting around the block, sending it and keeping it in. Cedarville needs to adjust as well.
Kylie Foster serving, 91% on the season, sends it across. There's Pratt on the pass into the hands of Cardwell. A little tip shot by Cricky, saved it as it came right back over by the Panthers. And this will be Cardwell again outside to Pratt, blocked nicely at the net by Kentucky Wesleyan. Back set to Wilkerson, blocked out of bounds, point, and the kill to Wilkerson.
Taylor Wilkerson did a nice job of tooling the block. She hit it so hard it ricocheted out of bounds. It's exactly what a hitter wants to do if they see the block in their face.
Senior Rachel Cricky to serve, 97% leading the team in that category this season. Back set, there's a slide attack put down by Sierra Morrow, passed up by Shelton. Abby from the back row delivers a kill attempt, but it's defended by the Panthers. Saker blocked down by Gabby Olson and Chrissy Pratt. Nicely done by Pratt and Olson, who just checked into the lineup.
And that pass was right in Cardwell's hands. Gabby was calling for it. She was able to get it to her. Successful kill.
Cricky on the serve. Here's Foster. She'll send it back on the right side to Sierra Morrow, defended by Shelton. At the net is Wilkerson. Cross court, just at the 10-foot line. Give another kill to Taylor.
And Taylor seems to be picking up just where she left off. She played really effectively and really well the second half of the third set last night, and she didn't lose a beat.
9 kills last night for Wilkerson to go with 6 blocks. 13-6 Cedarville. There's a block at the net. Olson keeps it alive. Now Cardwell again called for a tough double hit by the setter, giving the point to the Panthers.
And I don't know if Chrissy's hands are sweating too much or whatever, but right now they're sliding, and she's got 2 double hits against her.
Gober on the serve, deflected off the net. Wilkerson powers it down. It's passed up on the back line by the Panther defense. This is Venema. She'll go from the back row on the attack, out of bounds. And the Lady Jackets lead is 7 at 14-7. Hannah Pierce will check into the back line for serve receive, coming off Taylor Wilkerson at a 90% clip on the year. Back set from Foster, put down by Saker. Olsen, her first attack, it's defended, and Pratt goes up and battles at the net and will get the kill.
Pratt did a nice job of timing that. She was able to do a solo block and send it straight down.
Wilkerson on the serve, passed up by Jalen McEwen. There's a nice attack by the Panthers. That ball, actually it'll be called a net violation against Kentucky Wesleyan to make it 16-7.
I believe that was on number 9.
Wilkerson, tough serve by the sophomore, passed up by the Panthers. This is Pratt from the left side, partially blocked at the net. Here comes the set from Kylie Foster. Saker from the right side, blocked out of bounds. Point, Panthers.
Kentucky Wesleyan has certainly increased their intensity in the game. They're playing much more aggressive. It's almost like they woke up.
Sierra Morrow, a freshman from Auburn, Kentucky, on the serve. Back row attack coming from Shelton. It hit the top of the net and found the back corner for the kill.
I like the way Abby tries to go long ball, especially when she's able to look at the defense and find the open hole and hit it. She was successful doing that in that play.
Chrissy Pratt, her first jump serve will hit the back line, just inside the back line, I should say, for ace number 38 on the season for the junior. 10-point lead. Pratt, another powerful jump serve, tosses the ball in the air. That one will not clear the net, and the point right back to Kentucky Wesleyan. And we'll get our first look at freshman Erin McCullough checking in out of Delaware, Ohio, replacing Pratt on the back line. Caitlin Gross serving for Kentucky Wesleyan. There's the pass up by McCullough. Set left side to Shelton. Dug on the back line by Venema. Roll shot left side by McEwen. Here's Cardwell, saves it. Put across by Gabby Olsen. Her back to the net. Now the Panthers on the attack. There's an attack by McEwen again, passed up by McCullough. Both teams kind of out of system right now. Shelton will deliver a kill, though, off the attempted block on the front line. 19-9 Cedarville.
Abby saw the Kentucky Wesleyan's defense was pulling in. She went deep. She was able to keep it in bounds.
Angela Becker serving, 95% for the senior. That ball will be deflected out of bounds off the arms of Caitlin Gross, and it is a 20-9 lead for Cedarville. Set 1. Set by Gross, right side attack. Put across by McEwen. There's an open shot, and the kill goes to Gabriel Galois.
It came over on the second ball. Cedarville's defense was expecting it to be set. Instead, it goes into the deep corner of Cedarville, and Kentucky Wesleyan gets a point.
Emily Yoakum into the lineup to serve, a senior from Burlington, Kentucky, 96%, the top server for the Panthers coming into action. Here's an attack from the back line by Becker. Quick attack in the middle, put down on the block of Rachel Cricky on the kill attempt from Christina Canary. Cardwell back to the serving rotation. Tough play right there. That ball hits the antenna. It was tried to be set over the net by Gober. 22-10, a 12-point lead for Cedarville. Closing in on point number 25. Set by Gross, right side attack, actually from the middle attack of Canary for the kill.
Cedarville's block was not timed well, and Kentucky Wesleyan took advantage of that, was able to get it to fall on the Cedarville side of the court.
Nicole Benema, the libero, sophomore from Mattawan, Michigan, sends it over the net. McCullough will send it near side to Shelton. She'll just get it over the net to keep it in play. Here's a middle attack. That will be put down by freshman Sierra Morrow. Nicely done for the kill.
Morrow was able to see the spot that was open to her. She was able to get it down effectively, and I think that Cedarville will see that play again.
Overpass off the serve, and a big kill right there in the middle by the freshman Morrow. 22-13, Cedarville leading by 9.
And we see that over and over in volleyball. If you send the ball over close to the net, a middle hitter is going to send that straight down.
Morrow at 6 foot tall in that middle hitter position just hammered that thing down. Now a free ball again over the net, put in play by the Panthers. Again, Morrow in the middle, and a net violation called against the freshman will give point number 23 to Cedarville. Ten-point lead, 23-13. Shelton will deliver the serve. The pass to Gross, back set, right side. On the kill attempt to Galois. Can Wilkerson save it? She does, going into the stands just down below us. Here comes the Panthers on the attack. Left side attack by Gober. Passed up by Shelton. Cardwell can't get to it, though, and it's a point for the Panthers.
And the Panthers are certainly hitting harder, and it's causing the Cedarville defense to shank. And so they need to calm down and get the pass into Cardwell's hands so she can run her offense.
Freshman setter Kylie Foster returns to the floor. She'll serve it across the net, 91% on the year. Tough pass again for Cardwell to handle. Cricky just tries to make something out of it. It's defended by the Panthers. Here comes a right side attack by Saker, out of bounds. Point Cedarville. We are at set point, 24-14. Olsen into the front line, replacing Angela Becker. Rachel Cricky to serve. Foster scrambles. Saker from the right side. A nice one-hand save there by McCullough. Kept in play by Cricky, and Shelton will just get it across the net. Big attack from the middle. Point again by Sierra Morrow, a good-looking freshman for the kill.
Kentucky Wesleyan saw that Abby had to go up and attack, and then she had to scramble back, and so they sent it to her side, opposite of where she was in motion, and that was well played. Good court sense on Kentucky Wesleyan's side.
Gober on the serve. Cardwell has to come out of the 10-foot line area. Here's Shelton from the back row. Saker from the right side. One-hand dig by Becker, who has returned to the floor. Now Wilkerson will try to get it across, and she can't do it. An awkward falling out of bounds play by Taylor, but it goes out of bounds. Point to Kentucky Wesleyan.
On that play, Abby needed to allow Cardwell to get the second ball. And I'm sure they'll talk about that at the end of this set.
McCullough on the pass. Cardwell will send it over herself. There's another dig by the fresh McCullough. Olsen will power it down for the set point. 25-16. Gabby gets her second kill of the set. 25-16 is your final. The Lady Jackets defeat Kentucky Wesleyan in set number 1.
And that's exactly what Cedarville needed to do. They needed to end on a strong, either strong block or strong attack. And there was a nice pass that went into Cardwell's hands. Gabby was calling for it. Gabby was ready, and she sent it to her, and Gabby sent it straight down, which is an emotional up for a team to end on such a high note. One of the things that I'm sure Cedarville's talking about is their serve receive. Their serve receive has not been extremely strong this set. They need to make sure that they are sending the ball right to Cardwell's hands, but she's having to come all the way behind the 10-foot line too many times. And then it's easy for Kentucky Wesleyan to set up their block and know what the next play is going to be. And so Cedarville's got to clean that up, do a better job of that before they come out of this huddle.
Looking quickly here at the official stats from the first set for Kentucky Wesleyan, freshman Sierra Morrow leading the way with 3 kills, as is Elizabeth Gober, a sophomore, 3 kills as well. Their setter, Caitlin Gross, with 5 assists, and their other setter, Kylie Foster, with 3. And not much happening on the back line for the Panthers, but libero Nicole Venema with 3 digs. No blocks for the Panthers in set number 1. For Cedarville, again, a pretty balanced attack, but Abby Shelton and Taylor Wilkerson with 3 kills each, 8 assists from Kristen Cardwell thus far, and on the back line, 4 digs from Shelton and Angela Becker. 3 blocks here in set number 1 for the Lady Jackets. And how about this on the attack percentage? Cedarville 45%, and for the Panthers just 3%.
And that's the difference in this game. If you have a high attack game going and you have a block game going, you should be able to dominate and get it done on the court. Another interesting stat from that set is Gabby Olsen has only had 2 sets, and both of them have resulted in a solid attack. So when she has the ball, it's going straight down. Cedarville needs to capitalize on that in the second set.
Gabby Olson, a 6'4" junior transfer out of Clarion University, leading the team, coming in with 273 kills. Senior Abby Shelton just behind her at 266, but Gabby just in a great first year of volleyball here at Cedarville, and her attack percentage leading the team this year at 32%. She's hard to stop, especially when the opponent does not have much of a strong middle block attack.
And I'm sure they talked about that in the huddle, and I'm sure we're going to see a lot of the things we've talked about show up on the court. Kentucky Wesleyan is coming off of a high and a big win last night, and so they're not going to go away. They know how to get right back in the game, and so we'll see what adjustments they make, and it'll be fun to watch.
And I'm sure Coach Walters was pleased to see how his team responded here on this early Saturday afternoon contest, coming off of a huge match last night against Trevecca. This place was packed, almost 900 fans, and a little bit of a different atmosphere here this afternoon, but they responded well, did his team, to win the first set.
Kentucky Wesleyan actually played better ball the second half of that first set, and if they continue that path, we should see a closer score in set number 2.
Teams have switched sides of the floor. Kentucky Wesleyan will start things off on the serving line. It'll be freshman setter Kylie Foster. Set number 2 is underway. That one's going to go deep off the back line by a foot and a half or so. Point Cedarville.
Cedarville's defense followed it right back to the line, which is exactly what you want to see as a coach, so they knew it was definitely out of bounds.
Abby Shelton serving. She'll try and put the back line in play, but can't quite hit it, missing it just by about the same distance as Foster did. We're tied at 1.
And that's exactly what Kentucky Wesleyan did. They followed the ball all the way to the end of the court, screamed out, and it was.
Gober floats it across on the serve. Here's the set on the backside to Wilkerson, and the Panthers cannot keep it play, and it'll be a point for Cedarville.
And again, Taylor is just playing solid ball right now. She is contributing greatly to the success of the Yellow Jackets volleyball team. 4
kills for the sophomore. Cricky to the back line to serve. Passed up to the hands of Foster. Right side attack put down by Saker. It'll be a kill for Mallory Saker of the Panthers.
That was very close to being out of bounds. Cedarville's defense was not ready for that, but it certainly stayed fair.
Sierra Morrow, the freshman, on the serving line. This is Wilkerson from the right side. A roll shot and a net violation called against number 5, Jalen McEwen of the Panthers. Wilkerson serving, goes deep, passed up on the back line. Here's the back set from Foster. Saker delivers a left-hand shot, but it goes out of bounds. Point Cedarville.
Foster was looking down line and she saw an open spot. Smart ball is exactly what she wanted to do, but she just couldn't keep it in bounds.
Another serve by Wilkerson. Outside the 10-foot line is Foster. Here comes McEwen out of the back row. Foster will give it to her again from that left side. Blocked down by Olson and Cardwell. Now Saker from the right side. Blocked down by Olson. And Shelton can't recover to get the dig. It'll be a point for the Panthers.
Gabby played great netball. She was a part of every play that was happening at the net. Unfortunately, it went Kentucky Wesleyan's way, and they were able to hit the ball at the back of the court for Cedarville, and defense couldn't pull it up.
Senior Caitlin Gross puts the serve across the net. This is Chrissy Pratt from outside the 10-foot line. Passed up on the back row by the Panther defense. This is Galois with a powerful kill from the right side, and Becker can't handle it. 4-4 is our score.
And right now, Cedarville's passing game has dipped, and they need to be a little bit more intentional and focused on the first contact.
Gross coming into last night's action at 90% on the serving line. This is a free ball put across by Becker. Defended nicely on the back line by Hannah Pierce. Now from the left side is McEwen. There's the dig by Shelton. Near side attack from Galois. The roll shot is passed up by Becker. Cardwell on the slide attack to Olson, and she just kind of awkwardly put it across with her left hand, and it results in an easy point for the Panthers.
For the first time in this match, the Panthers are ahead by 1.
Gross serving, short. Becker comes in to handle it. Cardwell near side to Pratt. Winds up and goes cross court just off the sideline for another point for Kentucky Wesleyan.
And that's actually one of Chrissy's best offensive tools is to go across court at a sharp angle. And most of the time that's in bounds. This time it went a little out.
Becker, Wilkerson, Shelton await the serve of Gross. It goes to Wilkerson. Here's the slide from Gabby Olson, and a beautiful thing when that works. Gabby gets the kill.
And it all starts with a pass. Cardwell had a perfect pass in her hands. Gabby was ready for that slide. They were talking about it. You could see that they were ready for it, and I'm so glad they were able to make that successful.
Pratt on the serve, out of the middle. There's the attack from Canary, passed up by Pratt. Again, a swing by Olson, put across, out of bounds by the Panthers, and we're tied at 6.
I know we've said it over and over again, but volleyball is such a momentum game, and it goes back and forth.
Pratt goes deep in the corner, and good for the ace for the junior, Chrissy Pratt.
And I think everybody in this gymnasium thought that was going to go out of bounds, but it dipped and dropped right at the last second in the deep corner. It couldn't have been any closer.
Pratt leading the team in aces, goes after that back corner again. This time we'll miss it. It'll be another point for the Panthers off the missed serve of Chrissy Pratt. We're tied at 7. In to serve for Kentucky Wesleyan, Mackenzie Harness, a sophomore from Eureka, Missouri, puts it in play at 89% on the year. Back set from Cardwell to Olson, passed up on the back line by Harness, and an illegal hit called against the Panthers. 8-7 Cedarville.
Sometimes that just happens from purely playing, and your hands get a little bit wet, and then that affects the ball as you're trying to handle it. You see that a lot.
Angela Becker now serving off the top of the net. Passed up to setter Gross. That ball will be blocked down by Shelton and Cricky, a pair of seniors on the near side. Get credit for the double block, 9-7 Lady Jackets.
And if Cedarville can keep their effective block going, they should be able to get a little bit more momentum going their way.
Cardwell off the overpass. Shelton winds up and goes down line, deflected off the net and out of bounds. Point to Kentucky Wesleyan. Nicole Venema serving for the Panthers. There's the pass from Pratt to Cardwell. Shelton puts it down, saved by Angela Becker, following up on the block. Covering her hitter nicely, and a left side attack will be partially blocked on the honor call by Rachel Cricky. Point Kentucky Wesleyan. We're tied at 9.
Kentucky Wesleyan, just like we talked about, they are not going away. They are playing much more aggressive. They're starting to make some adjustments on the court.
Our 6th tie of set number 2. Cardwell tracks down the pass. This is Cricky, one of her rare attacks here thus far, but she'll get the kill. Her second of the match, 10-9 Cedarville. Cardwell on the serve. Panthers will send it over from the back line, and a tough play right there for Gober. Point Cedarville. 11-9 is the lead.
And right now, Kentucky Wesleyan has gotten kind of quiet on the court. They need to get their chatter up and communicate.
Gross, tough play to set it left side. The attack from the back line by Gober. Quick attack on the set from Cardwell. Cricky just over the block for her 3rd kill.
And Cricky has been so effective with the tip game all season long. She sees that the block is on its way down, and if she doesn't have full arm swing, she can tip it over, and very successful. And again, that's what we saw.
Galois from the right side, blocked by Shelton and Cricky. 13-9, a 4-point lead. Coach Eric Hagan has seen enough. They were tied at 9. 4 straight points by Cedarville will cause him to take his first of 2 timeouts in this set.
Cedarville's serve receive is still not their best effort so far this set. They need to clean that up. They need to bring those passes right to Cardwell's hands. but their block has been very effective, and that's what's kept them so in control right now of the momentum of this game. Kentucky Wesleyan has made some nice adjustments. They've seen some holes, they've been able to attack them, but their serve receive has dipped a little bit as well. And so I'm sure that both coaches are addressing that issue. We'll see which team comes out focused and able to make the adjustment on the court.
Lady Jackets of Cedarville won set number 1 by 9 points, 25-16. They lead it here by 4, 13-9, and Kentucky Wesleyan certainly does not want to fall behind here on the home floor of Cedarville by 2-0. They're going to have to fight back and try and regain the momentum here before the Lady Jackets can really start pulling away in set 2. Kristen Cardwell serves as the action resumes. Tough play from the left side of the net by Gober. There's the dig by Angela Becker. Cardwell set it near side to Shelton, cross court, and delivers another kill for the senior Abby Shelton, her 4th of the match.
And again, that's the angle that Abby was working on during warm-ups, and it was very successful. When you have the defense pull back, that's a perfect open spot.
Roll shot from the backside by Sierra Morrow. Passed up. Shelton will try it again. This was blocked, but it's saved with a one-hand dig by Wilkerson. Put across the net by Chrissy Pratt. Back set to Gallowad. Blocked down again. Shelton and Cricky at the left side of the net.
And that's the effective block game that we were talking about before the match began and after set number 1.
Kristen Cardwell will miss the serve. 15-10 is our score, leading by 5 are the Lady Jackets, as we'll get our first look here this morning, or this afternoon, I should say, at Faith Ferris, the sophomore from Delton, Michigan, checking in, replacing Wilkerson. Kylie Foster waiting for the official to serve the ball over the net. Her team down by 5. Becker on the pass. Cardwell. Out of the back row is Abby Shelton. We saw that a lot last night against Trevecca, and it is beautiful when Abby is on fire, and she's starting to heat up. 16-10.
Abby knew that she would be at side out. She'd rotate to the back row, and she wants to end with a kill, and she was calling for that ball, and boy, does she soar.
Left side attack by Saker. Hits that ball into the net. 17-10 Cedarville. Shelton on the back line, 89%, 31 aces coming in. Back set, right side attack, put across by Morrow. Passed up by Shelton. There's Faith Ferris, tries to just get it across the net. Now the Panthers on the attack. Saker from the right side, blocked by Cricky and Pratt. And there's a big hit from the middle by that freshman, Sierra Morrow. A good-looking middle hitter gets the kill.
Rachel Cricky went up thinking that ball was coming over the net. She was ready to send it straight down. However, Kentucky Wesleyan's middle hitter was able to redirect the ball and make a kill out of it.
Elizabeth Gober serving for Kentucky Wesleyan. Becker on the pass, roll shot near side by Pratt. Here comes the back set from Foster, put across by Saker, and she'll get the kill.
Kentucky Wesleyan's not going away. Cedarville's got to adjust accordingly.
5-point lead again for Cedarville. Serving is Elizabeth Gober for the Panthers. Becker on the pass. Cardwell sends it across herself, but Venema is there to defend it. An old tip shot, and Cardwell can't get to it. Nicely done by the Panthers. Another kill for Sierra Morrow.
Interesting, Cardwell used that attack, but Kentucky Wesleyan's defense came in, and then they decided, well, we'll try that too, and they were successful.
That ball served out of bounds by Gober, 18-13 Cedarville. Gober goes out. Hannah Pierce checks in. Rachel Cricky on the back line for the Lady Jackets to serve. Foster, right side attack by Saker. Passed up by Cardwell. Cricky will send it right side to Faith Ferris, and an easy block right there. Mostly put down by Sierra Morrow for Kentucky Wesleyan.
Faith Ferris is in position to swing, but she needs to play defense after she swings and gets blocked.
Morrow will go to the back line. She'll send it across. Pratt with the pass. Tough play for Cardwell. This is Olsen from the left side. Hammers it down in front of Morrow for the kill.
And again, if you put it in Gabby's hands, if you have a good pass and you're able to set her, she cannot be stopped. The block wasn't ready for her, defense wasn't ready for her, results in a kill, and we have a 19-14 score.
And we get a look at Abby Woodard serving here in set 2. She's coming off of a knee injury, puts it across the net, but a kill from the left side of the net by the Panthers to make it 19-15 Cedarville. Woodard will stay in to play the back row along with Becker and Shelton.
I was talking to Abby a little bit before the game. She said she was cleared to play but was in pain yesterday. They decided not to use her, but she thought she might be able to get in the mix at least by Tuesday. Nice to see she's there today.
A serve put across the net by Caitlin Gross, 19-16. The Panthers making it interesting here in set number 2. Cardwell, near side attack to Chrissy Pratt. Cannot be blocked down by Galois and Canary. Point Lady Jackets. Chrissy Pratt on the back line to serve. Passed up by Venema. Gross on the set. Slide attack by Canary, but there's the dig by Pratt. Woodard will send it in play to Becker, who sends it across the net. Left side attack by McEwen, saved by Cedarville. This is Shelton with the roll shot left side. Passed up by the Panthers at the net. A tough play, but Becker is there with the dig. Cardwell, quick attack to Olsen, can connect with the middle hitter, and that's a point for Kentucky Wesleyan.
Kristen Caldwell's set needed to be closer to the net. Gabby was ready for it, and the set was just behind her, and she wasn't able to reach back and make it successful.
Mackenzie Harness serving for Kentucky Wesleyan. That's going to sail out of bounds by a couple feet off the back line. 21-17 is the lead for Cedarville.
Both teams had 3 missed serves in this set alone.
Becker to serve on the back line for the Lady Jackets. Her team 4 points away from taking a commanding 2-0 lead. There's the back set. Canary puts it across, but Cardwell is there for the dig. Shelter from the left side, and that angle is hers today. She gets the kill, 22-17 Cedarville.
That's one thing that Angela Becker is really good at. If she has to pass second ball, which will be the set for her hitters, she does a very effective job of putting it right where they like it.
Over pass, there's Woodard. A nice shot by Kristen Cardwell will go up with the left hand to get the kill.
And every now and then you see Kristen Cardwell just absolutely take off and get high, and we were able to see that right there on that play, and she sent it straight down. Cardwell's first kill of the match to go with 18 assists. There's an overpass put down again by Cardwell, but the Panthers there defending. Here's Cardwell on the slide to Cricky, goes up strong and delivers the kill, her 4th of the match. We're at set point, 24-17 Cedarville. Becker to serve. It looks like we have a little bit of water on the court. That's a dangerous thing, so we want to take care of that, clean it up. We don't want any injuries due to the court conditions. Senior Angela Becker awaiting the serve at set point, 24-17. Here comes the Panthers on the attack. Little tip shot by Galois and a scramble play. Here's the free ball. It's Woodard on the pass. Cardwell near side. Shelton, this time it's going to be blocked at the net by the Panthers. Now Cricky will try a little tip shot in the corner. Defended again by the Panthers. Galois on the attack. Overpass by Pratt. And again, both teams scrambling. Pratt keeps it in play. Woodard does as well. Tip shot by Shelton. Can't get it across the net. Point for Kentucky Wesleyan. And that was just scrappy ball. Both sides were just reacting to the ball and trying to keep it in play. Venema serving for the Panthers. Still set point for Cedarville. There's the pass from Becker to Cardwell. This is Cricky from the right side through the double block, but the Panthers defense is there. This is Gober from the left side. Passed by Cedarville to Cardwell to Cricky. And a save in the back corner. Can the Panthers keep it in play? This will be a tough play, but they do. And Woodard is there in front of Pratt. Sends it out of bounds. Chrissy had it, but Woodard sends it to the blue curtain. 24-19 Cedarville. And that play just shows you the heart of Kentucky Wesleyan. They're just 1 point away from losing set 2, but they are not giving up, playing really scrappy, playing effectively, playing smart.
Set point again, and an ace serve on the back line coming from the Panthers to make it 24-20 Cedarville. Nicely done there by Venema on the serve. Venema will serve it again, going after Chrissy Pratt. Cardwell. Shelton goes up strong and gets set point. 25-20 is our final score in set number 2. Goes to Cedarville after winning set number 1, 25-16. The Lady Jackets will now take a commanding 2-0 lead here over the Panthers, winning that one off the kill by Abby Shelton, 25-20.
A couple things these two teams need to address during this short time. Kentucky Wesleyan needs to cover their block. When Cedarville's block is in their face and sending straight down, no defense is there to pick it up. They need to come in and cover block and be able to stay in the match that way. Cedarville, on the other hand, needs to continue to use their middle slide. Kentucky Wesleyan has not had an answer for the middle slide attack, and so as often as they can, they need to run that. Cedarville needs to clean up their serve receive. We've talked about it already, but they still continue to struggle with that. And they dipped a little bit, and so they need to get back in the focus of getting this done. So we'll see which team comes into the third set ready to aggressively play.
Looking quickly as we have a break here between sets 2 and 3, we just want to get you up to date on the GMAC standings right now, currently after last night's action in the blue division, which is the Lady Jackets slot. Trevecca, after the loss last night, at the top, 7-1. Cedarville at 5-1, followed by Kentucky Wesleyan, who's 4-4, and Ohio Valley is 0-6. After today, which is the final regular season home game for Cedarville, they will have 3 straight road GMAC contests this coming week. It'll be a tough one, but it'll be necessary for the Lady Jackets to just keep pushing through at Ohio Valley on Tuesday, and then on Friday at Davis and Elkins, and Saturday at Alderson Broadus.
Well, as we look at the stats, we continue to talk about the block game, and Cedarville certainly has had a very effective block game. And combining so far in the 2 sets, they have 6 blocks, so they've had 3 and 3, which has been effective, whereas Kentucky Wesleyan only has 1 solid block in both sets. And so, again, Kentucky Wesleyan needs to cover their block and make that adjustment. Attack percentage, Cedarville's leading that as well. And they still continue to dominate at the net. And so far, Kentucky Wesleyan hasn't been able to get their attack game going.
Well, we're going to take about a 5-minute break here between sets 2 and 3. Glad you can join us here this afternoon on Stretch Internet. Jim and Teresa Clark bringing you today's action. We'd love to have you send us an email, sportsinfo@cedarville.edu, sportsinfo@cedarville.edu. Whether you may be a Panther fan or a Lady Jacket fan, let us know you're out there watching. We would certainly appreciate it. But stay with us. We have a couple features for you. We'll be back and get you caught up on the stats and get ready for set number 3. You're watching Lady Jacket Volleyball here on Stretch Internet.
What does it take to create an award-winning production? It starts with the right script. It's bringing in the right talent, the right crew, working together as a creative team. It takes planning and hard work.
Quiet, action.
And if there's a word that separates our program from all the others, it's opportunity. The opportunity to write, to direct, to edit, to be a producer, to put into practice the lessons you learn in the classroom.
First take 3.
We're out to change the world. We're Cedarville University, and we believe God has called us to make a difference.
3-8 closing, take 1.
Welcome to the Great Midwest Athletic Conference.
Our league is getting more and more competitive. We can compete with anybody in D2.
There it is.
You're going to see league play really amp up, conference tournament really amp up.
Shot! There it is. Swung on. Left field base hit.
There are quite a few universities that can say with honesty that they lead the pack in academic reputation, student satisfaction, and outstanding placement results. My alma mater, Cedarville University, is indeed one of them. And don't get me wrong, those things were quite important when it came to getting into the real world. But it was the heart of this place, the part not like the others, that made in me a lifelong impact I still can't forget. It was the heart of this place that you can only grasp if you experience it. Experience Cedarville University at cedarville.edu.
And we are back with you here this afternoon from the Callan Athletic Center between sets 2 and 3, just a couple minutes away from the start of the action. Jim and Teresa Clark bringing you the GMAC volleyball match this afternoon. We look quickly at some of the stat leaders for Cedarville. It's Abby Shelton getting it done, 7 kills and 6 digs to go with 4 blocks, 5 kills from Gabby Olson and Taylor Wilkerson each, 20 assists from Kristen Cardwell, and 9 digs from Angela Becker. For the Panthers, Sierra Morrow leading the way with 6 kills on the front line, and setters Caitlin Gross and Kylie Foster with 7 assists each. And on the back row for the Panthers, 5 digs from Mackenzie Harness and Nicole Venema. Lady Jackets 6 blocks today and just 1 for the Panthers.
And that's what you're seeing before you. You're seeing an attack game and a block game versus scrappy defense game. And so if adjustments are made either side of the court, if Kentucky Wesleyan can come out and start covering the block, we'll see a different result. Cedarville, on the other hand, if they can keep that middle slide going, if they have better serve receive, then they should be successful as well. So we'll see what adjustments these two teams have been told to make, and if they're able to make it on the court physically and stay mentally sharp, we'll see a good contest. Let's see what happens.
Well, we heard here at the break from our friends the Wilkersons up there in Wisconsin. We appreciate their faithful viewership here on Stretch Internet when they can't get to Cedarville to watch in person, so we appreciate them letting us know they're watching the Lady Jackets here today against Kentucky Wesleyan. And Taylor doing a great job here thus far in the first two sets. And how about an ace serve by Kristen Cardwell to get things going?
Cardwell has such a nice ace serve. It just dips right in front of defense, and she keeps it in well.
Started off set number one with a tear, did Cardwell. She's off to a good start on the back line here in set three. Shelton from the left side puts down the kill, but a nice solid play in the back line by McEwen to keep it in play. Now Wilkerson from the right side, and another dig on the back row by the Panthers. This is Saker. Wilkerson on the dig. Cardwell. Shelton from the left side. That's blocked out of bounds. Point Cedarville.
And that shows you the power of Abby as she soars, as she is able to have good hang time, as we call it, in the air. But that powerful hit, she just tooled that block.
Cardwell on the serve. Tough play for the Panthers. Saker from the right side. There's the dig off the left-handed tack. Becker with it. Cricky goes up strong. Ball hits the scoreboard and kept in play. Cardwell on the dig. It'll fall between Becker, Wilkerson, and Cricky for the point for the Panthers.
If Kentucky Wesleyan can continue to hit at Cardwell for that first hit, they'll take the rhythm out because the adjustment has to be made for the second hit of the play.
Slide attack by Cricky, and it's deflected out of bounds by Venema. Point Cedarville. Give the kill to Rachel Cricky.
That's one of the ways that the middle slide attack is effective, because you scramble the block and then sometimes they ricochet and defense is set up, but they can't get to the second touch.
Abby Shelton on the serve and give the ace to the senior. Abby Shelton for the point. 4-1 Cedarville, starting off strong here in set three. Venema on the pass. Kylie Foster back set to Saker, but it's blocked out of bounds off the hands of Pratt and Cricky.
And Chrissy Pratt timed it well. She just wasn't able to turn her left hand to keep it in court.
Sierra Morrow on the serve. Cardwell outside the 10-foot line sends it to Cricky, who is passed up on the back line by the Panthers defense, and a nice play by McEwen for the kill for the Panthers.
And you're seeing Kentucky Wesleyan come in their rhythm. And so they're being very effective in passing the ball and keeping it playable and using their offensive tools.
Strong serve again by Morrow. Here's the jump set to Pratt from Cardwell. That one's going to deflect out of bounds, hitting the blue curtain back behind the court. Give the kill to Chrissy Pratt.
And that's Chrissy's forte. She is so good at going cross court with that kind of power, especially if she has a set that's in front of her.
Pratt, Olsen, Wilkerson on the front line, served up by Cricky. Nice block at the net by the Lady Jackets. They'll do it again, and Olsen, Wilkerson combined for it. 6-3 Cedarville.
And you just saw Kentucky Wesleyan adjusting to covering the block, and that's what we talked about between set two and this one. And they did a nice job there. It's just that it went over, and the block came right back down.
Much better pass this time to Foster. Near side attack, blocked out of bounds by Wilkerson and Olsen.
And Gabby and Taylor went straight up. They really had a nice close block. It just didn't stay in bounds.
Emily Yoakum to serve for Kentucky Wesleyan, trailing 6-4 and 2-0 here in set three. Pratt passed up beautifully to Cardwell, and Olsen had to adjust in midair, sends it out of the bounds into the Panthers bench. It's a 6-5 lead for Cedarville.
Gabby likes her sets closer to the net. Cardwell needs to make that adjustment so that she can be effective.
Yoakum again serving. That one dips in front of Becker. She's there with the pass. Now Olsen will try a much better connection between Cardwell and Olsen for the kill for Gabby.
That's what we were just talking about. Cardwell made that adjustment, and she put it in front of Gabby. Gabby was not stoppable. She sent it straight down.
Gabby Olson, 6 kills, a 44% attack mark thus far. Here's a near side attack put down by McEwen. Passed up by Cedarville. Olson again off the set from Cardwell, but the Panthers defense is ready. There's the dig by Becker. Cardwell again, back set. This is Wilkerson from the right side. And another save on the back row by the Panthers. Roll shot put across by McEwen, but it's going to be blocked down by Olson and Cardwell.
Kentucky Wesleyan has to look at Gabby Olson at the front row and make sure that they're swinging away from her.
Wilkerson on the serving line. This is Kylie Foster, called for a illegal set. That'll be an easy point for Cedarville. They lead it 9-5.
She knew that as soon as it left her hands. You could tell by her countenance.
The freshman setter from Arlington, Texas for the Panthers. This is Wilkerson again serving. Tough play right there by Foster, but she'll get the kill. She put it down, and Cardwell's attempt to keep it in play hit the net. 9-6 Cedarville. And a substitution by Coach Walters. He'll send in freshman Kylie Bestie from right here in Cedarville. She's on the back line. And the serve is received by Chrissy Pratt. Back set on the slide to Olson. Just sends the ball across the net. This is near side attack coming from Gober. There's the dig by Shelton. Cardwell goes up strong and puts it through the block attempt of the Panthers.
Cardwell just times that well. She knew that she was not going to be able to set it effectively. She was too close to the net, and she sent it over, and results in a kill.
Chrissy Pratt delivers her jump serve into the net, giving a point right back to the Panthers. A 3-point lead for Cedarville at 10-7. Venema will serve. Pratt on the pass. Jump set from Cardwell to Olson. Passed up on the back line by Yoakum. Roll shot from the left side. There's the dig from Pratt. Cardwell, quick attack to Olson, and she delivers a big kill, going right after Yoakum, I should say, for the kill.
And when Gabby has the set that she likes, she's unstoppable, and we saw that right there. Hard to defend.
7 kills now for Gabby Olson. There's the serve from Angela Becker. Back set from Foster, put down and give the kill to freshman Sierra Morrow.
And Morrow was ready for that. She came off the net. She got her full extension. She was able to swing hard, and she was able to go through the block.
Foster on the serve. This is Becker. She'll send it on the pass. A tip shot from the back row from Abby Shelton. Beautifully done. Cardwell put the set right there for Abby, and she'll get the kill.
I like the way Abby's able to adjust in the air. She went up, looked like she was going to do a full swing, and we are able to see her make that adjustment, get over the block with just a tip. Big hole in the middle.
Bestie goes out. Freshman Catherine Adair out of Woodinville, Washington, into the front row. That ball sails out of bounds off the Panthers' attack. It's a 5-point lead at 13-8, and Cardwell serving. Tough serve right there. It's going to be kept alive by the Panthers, but no, they cannot get it across the net. Gober sends it into the net, 14-8 Cedarville. And a substitution off the bench for the Panthers. It's Audrey Basinger getting some playing time here in set 3. Foster, back set. Morrow puts it across, partially deflected at the net. Cardwell outside to Shelton, and she'll put down another hammer kill. 15-8 Cedarville.
And Mackenzie Harness of Kentucky Wesleyan, that might have been out of bounds. She reached up thinking she could keep it playable, touched it, and it went out of bounds.
Here's the overpass. Catherine Adair goes up. That was Cricky going up strong from the middle, and a attack from the back row will be a point for Kentucky Wesleyan. Hannah Pierce, Jalen McEwen return to the floor for Kentucky Wesleyan, trailing 15-9. Floater serve in the back. Pratt goes to get it, and miscommunication there between Cardwell, Cricky, and Adair will give a point to the Panthers.
Cardwell was trying to get Adair into the mix and allow her to get a kill. She was not expecting it and therefore not able to keep it playable, and it gives the point to Kentucky Wesleyan.
Pratt on the serve receive. Cardwell on the back set to Cricky. Kept in play by Pierce. Near side attack coming from McEwen. There is Becker with the dig. Now Shelton from that left side. Blocked right back down nicely by the Panthers. Tough play right there by Shelton just to get the ball across the net. McEwen again, and a net violation called against Cedarville. Catherine Adair, point for Kentucky Wesleyan.
I love the way Abby just leaves everything on the court. She goes after every ball.
Hannah Pierce on the serve. This is Becker stepping in on the pass. Cardwell will send it across herself. A one-hand save by the Panthers. Adair keeps it in play. That ball sent near corner here in front of us by Shelton, but no Lady Jacket there. Point for the Panthers.
Rachel Cricky was still on the floor, and Abby did not realize that, and she passed the ball for her to hit, but she was on the floor and could not make it stay in play.
Pratt on the pass to Cardwell. This is Cricky. Little tip shot over the block, but the Panthers defense is there. Saker's attack is defended. Cricky puts down hard from the middle, and slamming into the scores table on the far side is Saker. That'll be a point for the Lady Jackets at 16-12.
I think she cracked it. She hit it hard. I hope she's okay. Looks like she is. She gets up, goes back on the court. She's rubbing her arm a little bit. She'll feel that in the morning.
Shelton on the serve. This is Foster. Back set to Saker. Sends that ball smack dab into the net. 17-12. Lady Jackets by 5. And a timeout will be called by Coach Eric Hagan as things get sorted out down below us. And that last play there or two before the scorers table got broke. You can see down below us there, cracked right in the middle of the scorers table at the Yellow Jacket logo.
We now have everybody gathering around to check it out, including the official, making sure that it's not a dangerous thing. It is kind of sharp because it literally cracked it and a piece of it came off, and so they're going to want to put tape or something on that to keep the players safe in case they have to run to it. And I see that that's exactly what they're doing. They're going to tape that to keep the sharp edges from causing an injury to a player that might be going to play a ball in that area.
First of two timeouts taken by Coach Hagan of the Panthers. His team down here in set number 3 by 5 points, 17-12, trailing 2-0.
And I think the official's going to make sure that the player's okay, make sure she's not bleeding. They're looking at her leg, looking at her knee, and I think she's going to have some attention because she must have some blood on her, and they can't have that on the court. So the official is addressing that. They will not start play until this tape job is done. And it looks from the tape that I'm seeing that there's actually a crack almost the entire length of that advertisement. I don't know what else to call that sheet of...
I believe it's plexiglass.
Plexiglass, yeah, I believe you're right.
Hope it's not a bad omen that it's the one that has the Yellow Jacket logo. But hopefully not.
You got to give credit to a player who's willing to just give everything she has and run full speed into that score table. You'll see that the top of the score table is padded, and that certainly helped her, but her knee must have gone into the score table because that's what they're looking at and that's what they're checking and making sure she's all right. She probably has a cut that's bleeding, and they're not going to let her be on the court until they address that and take care of it. She's saying I'm okay, but they're going to bandage her up and make sure that she's okay before they'll continue play.
And I'm sure our Yellow Jacket sponsors are appreciating this. Two great sponsors that you're getting a look at over at the scorers table: Ohio Valley Surgical Hospital from nearby Springfield, and our friendly Cedarville Subway, a great supporter of Yellow Jacket athletics as well. And some great attention down there for those fine folks here this afternoon.
Looks like they were able to get her ready to go, and she looks like she's fine. Just had to put a Band-Aid over a a wound on her knee, but she has never wavered and has acted like she's fine from the start.
Abby Shelton will go to the serving line, puts it across the net. Here's a shot by Morrow, kept in play. Morrow will put it up to the front line. Now a tip shot near side by McEwen at the 10-foot line for the point for the Panthers.
Smart play by McEwen. She saw that she was not going to be able to hit through the block. She gets up and tips it just side of the block into the middle, as we used to call it, the donut hole.
Morrow on the serve. Ace for Sierra Morrow going to that far deep corner. We notice also Brooke Blattner checking in for the first time, a 6'2 freshman from out of Quakertown, Pennsylvania. Here's the serve from Morrow. Cardwell outside the Blattner goes up and she'll hit into the net. And another point for the Panthers, now trailing by just 2 at 17-15.
Coach Walters trying to get his bench players in there to get some play time.
Becker steps in with the pass. Back set to Cricky. Goes deep corner for the kill for the senior Rachel Cricky.
Rachel Cricky does a nice job of that. The set was perfectly right where she likes it. She was able to get up and send it down.
Junior Gabby Olson checks into the front line, joined by Blattner and Adair, both freshmen. Here's the serve. Passed up on the near side to McEwen. Goes deep corner. That'll be in.
Wide open hole in the back corner for Cedarville's defense. Kentucky Wesleyan seeing it, making an effective move, hitting it right down.
Serve coming from Emily Yoakum on the back line for Kentucky Wesleyan. Floats it in front of Blattner. She's there to get it. Kept in play by Cardwell. Adair is going to be blocked down, and a point will be for the Panthers.
Angela Becker went down pretty hard on that, trying to get that second ball. She looks like she's okay, but she's holding her shoulder a little bit.
Wilkerson back in, replacing Adair. Another serve coming your way from Emily Yoakum of KWC, trailing by just 1 point at 18-17. Wilkerson at the net. Cardwell, one-hand set to Brooke Blattner for the kill.
What a nice pass was given to Cardwell. Cardwell kept it a short, quick set, which obviously Brooke likes, and she was able to send it down.
Wilkerson now serving for Cedarville. Here's the set from Foster, near side to McEwen, partially clipped at the net on the block. Here's Cardwell, jump set to Olson. Panthers scramble, keep it in play on the roll shot. That will fall in front of a diving Taylor Wilkerson. Point Kentucky Wesleyan. 19-18 Cedarville in set number 3.
You got to give credit to Kentucky Wesleyan. Boy, they are playing hard and aggressive, and they are not giving up.
Wilkerson on the pass. Cardwell will give it right back to Taylor from the back line. That one will send the ball out of bounds. Off the kill for Taylor Wilkerson. 20-18 Cedarville.
I know we've talked about it before, but you want to be the team that's the first one to 20. It's just an emotional charge that when you get into the 20 numbers, you know that you're just 5 points away or so, or less, but there's just something about being the first one to 20.
Chrissy Pratt into the lineup, replacing Blattner. Serves the ball across the net. There's Wilkerson with the dig. Cardwell, she'll go outside to Shelton, goes up high and off the block for the kill for senior Abby Shelton. (21-18) Cedarville. Pratt, another powerful jump serve on the way. Tough play right there for Foster. She does get it out of the net. Here's Pratt on the pass to Cardwell. Slide attack to Olson. Hammers it off the block on the left side of the net by Canary and Basinger.
And exactly what you want to do. You want to pass the ball into Cardwell's hand and send Gabby around for that middle slide attack. It's so effective.
Deep serve there by Chrissy Pratt off the back line. Point going back to Kentucky Wesleyan, 22-19 Cedarville. Pratt can't handle the serve coming from the back line of the Panthers by Nicole Venema.
Just like that, it's a 2-point game.
This one will go after Becker on the serve. Cardwell has to track it down. Shelton from way off the floor. A difficult shot, but it's dug on the back line by the Panthers. Basinger is dug on the back line by Cedarville. This is Olsen to keep it in play. A little tip shot put down by Gabby at the net. Wilkerson with the dig. Cardwell at the net is Olsen. There is Becker to save it. Now a set from from Cardwell to Wilkerson with the big shot for Taylor.
I love Taylor's back attack. We're seeing that more and more now that she's playing all around. She was able to get up and be able to send it deep, and she has such good control.
Wilkerson now with 7 kills. Becker on the serve. Two-hand push shot kept in play by Cedarville. This is Shelton goes up strong, and in the net violation, a point to Cedarville, and it's match point, 24-20. And again, Angela Becker serving. And that one will not clear the net. And a disappointed Angela Becker, 24-21. The lead is 3. Still set point. Match point, I should say.
Yeah. And Angela Becker wanted to do a short serve. She wanted to send it just over the net, but was not able to clear the net.
Foster on the serve. Cardwell sets the ball at the net to Shelton, and it'll be a point off Abby Shelton's kill. 25-21 will be the final score of set number 3. The Lady Jackets sweep the Panthers here this afternoon by scores of 25-16, 25-20, and 25-21. Now 19-7 are the Lady Jackets, 6-1 in the GMAC. The Panthers fall to 10-13 and 4-5 in the GMAC.
Cedarville did a nice job of attacking and blocking, but Coach Walters wanted to get a lot of his bench players in, and he was able to do that in the second and third set. That caused a rhythm to get off balance, and so they had to start playing scrappy ball. You saw some different things, but Kentucky Wesleyan capitalized on that. They're like, okay, the block right here is different, the defense is different, let's welcome these new players to the court, and did a great job of capitalizing on that and staying in this game. I really like the way they played aggressive, Kentucky Wesleyan playing aggressive and not giving up, and they gave it all they had right to the end, and that speaks highly of their attitudes, and it speaks highly of their program and their players' mental state of mind. They didn't give up, and that's hard to do sometimes when you're down 2 sets. But we were able to see them play, and they just kept getting closer and closer to the 25 magical number.
Well, the Lady Jackets victorious here in their final regular season home game of the 2016 season, knocking off Kentucky Wesleyan, the GMAC opponent here, 3-0. And as we look quickly here at some of the statistical leaders, first of all, for Kentucky Wesleyan, freshman Sierra Morrow led the way on the front line with 7 kills, 6 kills coming from Jalen McEwen, 15 assists from Kylie Foster to lead the way in that category for the Panthers. And on the back line defensively, 9 digs from libero Nicole Venema. And the Panthers just put up 3 blocks here this afternoon, 2 each from Christina Canary and Jalen McEwen. They ended up hitting at just over 10% for the match. For the Lady Jackets, again, a balanced attack, but again, led by senior Abby Shelton with 13 kills. She also added 7 digs, 35 assists from Kristen Cardwell, and on the back line, 14 digs from Angela Becker. 8 blocks here this afternoon for the Lady Jackets, led by Rachel Cricky with 5 and 4 from Abby Shelton. Also on the front line, Gabby Olsen with 8 kills, 7 kills each from Taylor Wilkerson and Rachel Cricky to lead the way. The Lady Jackets hit at 32% on their way to victory here this afternoon.
And you're absolutely right. It was pretty balanced. We had Gabby with 8. We had Rachel and Taylor both with 7, and then you had Abby. Abby led the way again with 13 kills. She's just playing strong. At the end of this season, she has come alive, and we love it.
Well, we are joined here in the press box by head coach Doug Walters, and congratulations, Coach Walters. We really haven't had an opportunity to talk to you this season, but some really great volleyball for your team here this past weekend, last night against Trevecca, here today against Kentucky Wesleyan. These are 2 that you really needed, and nice job. What are your thoughts this afternoon?
Yeah, it was a great weekend for us. I mean, we needed a good weekend coming into this. obviously, the win last night over Trevecca was huge. Basically, they took us in 3 at their place. We had to win that match in 3 sets, and came out very enthusiastic, high energy. Focus all week has been on just playing aggressive regardless of the situation, and we did that last night. We were able to do that today. The seniors, this is their weekend, and all 4 of them have played fantastic all weekend long, and this is the time of the year where you want them doing that. So we're pretty pleased with what the team's doing right now, and it's kind of exciting.
Well, as the GMAC season winds down here, now 3 big matches on the road this week. As you look to secure that number 1 seed, just give us some of your thoughts on how this thing might play out between you and Trevecca as the season winds down.
Yeah, basically we're in a position right now where we're in control of our own destiny. So as long as we continue playing well and doing well this week, we've got, it's a tough road trip to play at Ohio Valley on Tuesday night. They have the best home court advantage in the conference just because of their gym. It's very difficult to play there just with the lighting and the low ceiling and that kind of stuff. But that's on Tuesday night. And then the Davis and Elkins Alderson Broadus trip this next weekend. That's always a tough one. Alderson's always fired up to play against us. D&E's actually been playing pretty well here towards the end of the season. But we're in control. So as long as we just do our thing, if we end up tied with Trevecca at the end of the year, we own the tiebreaker at the moment. Some of that still has to be determined, though. We have to continue doing our things because it's going to come down to sets won in the conference. And we've beaten everybody 3-0 so far, and they've taken 4 or 5 sets. So that's definitely playing to our favor. We just have to keep that going forward. So it's not going to be easy. It's tough to play in West Virginia, but, we'll hopefully be ready for it.
Lady Jackets really seem to be playing well here as the season winds down, not only coming up with some big wins this weekend, and then you talk about finishing the GMAC, but then a couple, 3 more road matches, including the one at Findlay on November 8th. That'll be key as well as the postseason comes around.
That match coming after that, obviously we got the conference to worry about here first, but that's a huge regional match for us. We beat them here. Obviously way back in September, and we scheduled that on purpose. It's at the end of the season, hopefully building towards postseason to see where we're at. This team is making some noise, I think, a little bit regionally. First regional rankings officially come out next week, so we're anxious to see those when they come out and see if we're good enough to be on there this year. I think we're playing pretty well, but, that's going to be a big one. So the key is this next week is keeping the team focused on the conference first. That's got to be the first objective, and then we'll worry about Findlay after next weekend.
Well, it's been a great ride thus far. We look forward to seeing how the season unfolds on the road, but it's been fun watching the team here at home this year.
Yeah, this is a great group. This is 13 young women that are on fire for the Lord. They love the sport of volleyball, and they are the most dedicated team that we've had since I've been here. To not just working to make themselves better, but they're dedicated to each other, holding each other accountable. They are 100% bought in to the team culture and stuff that these seniors help to establish, and it's a great group to work with, and that's showing with their level of play. Yes, they're very talented, but they are talented all around. They're great students. They're great people. They're great witnesses for Christ, and it's just been a fun year.
Awesome. Well, congratulations on the weekend. Look forward to seeing how the rest of the season unfolds, but it's been awesome. Thanks.
Awesome. Thanks. Appreciate it.
Head coach Doug Walters of the Lady Jackets in a victorious weekend, senior night last night, and then finishing off the weekend here this afternoon with a GMAC win against Kentucky Wesleyan, as the Lady Jackets now will head out on the road, as Coach Walters mentioned. So it's been a great season, Teresa, on the home front here, bringing you all of the home broadcasts of Lady Jacket Volleyball here. 10 matches on Stretch Internet, and I know you've had a great time.
I have had a great time. I'm telling you, this team has gotten better and better as the season went on. Last night they played at the highest level I've seen all season. If they can, now they know they can do it. If they can maintain that and they can get that hunger to want to finish that way, they have the potential to really finish strong. It would be so nice with a team with 4 strong seniors to be able to roll into regional play and get something done. And that would be a first in the history of Cedarville Volleyball in the NCAA Division II. And so that is what we hope will happen, but they have some solid volleyball that has to happen between now and then. So they have to, just like Coach said, they've got to keep that focus going on finishing strong in the conference and then let regional take care of regional.
Well, a victorious Saturday afternoon victory for the Lady Jackets, now 19-7 on the year, 6-1 in the GMAC, in front of a crowd of just under 230 fans here this afternoon. And we hope you have enjoyed our broadcast this year on Stretch Internet. The 2016 home season has ended, and we appreciate you, faithful viewers, that have stuck with us here throughout the season. It's been a joy, and we appreciate today the great work of a one-man show, student Noah Taylor, pulling the computer work and the camera work. A great job here this afternoon by Noah Taylor. We're going to head out for a GMAC soccer doubleheader in an hour or so. So, again, from the Cal Athletic Center, it's been a great season here on Stretch Internet. For Teresa Clark, I'm Jim Clark. Thank you for watching Lady Jacket Volleyball here on Stretch Internet.